Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, sweeping the by-elections, what the new federal Liberal majority could mean for Alberta. Tax axed, how much drivers could save as the federal government temporarily drops its fuel tax. And Oilers optimism, how fans are feeling as their favorite team prepares for the playoffs.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The UCP government says it will continue to push Alberta priorities under a new Liberal majority government. That includes a pipeline project. One political scientist cautions the Premier might have to now contend with more of a balancing act. CTV's Connor Hogg reports.
After the federal Liberals solidified a House of Commons majority Monday night, ministers with the provincial UCP government say their relationship with the feds hasn't changed.
We'll continue to work with them regardless of the composition or structure of their government. It doesn't change our job.
Their government has been working towards showing Albertans how Canada can still work, working towards an MOU.
The Liberals' majority was achieved through the 3 by-election wins Monday night, as well as 5 floor crossings from mostly Conservative MPs. Political scientist Laurie Williams says the remainder of Carney's 3 years is enough time to make progress on many major projects.
It will mean stability. It'll mean the possibility of planning and working on something over a 3-year period. That's enough time to move things significantly forward.
Williams says the Liberal majority could put Premier Danielle Smith in a tight spot politically as she navigates pipeline talks with the Prime Minister as well as the calls of separatists.
If she becomes too closely tied to referenda and separatist causes, that could hurt her in the next election.
We're still going to approach them in a way that best serves Albertans. That's the center of our mandate. That's why we got elected with our majority government of Alberta.
The Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers says it's hopeful the Liberal majority means Canada will become the world's next energy superpower and urges immediate action to attract the investment required to build export infrastructure. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Alberta's finance minister says while he supports Ottawa removing the federal gas tax, Alberta will not follow suit.
I think they have to, do what they can, from their perspective, look at their revenue streams, how they can help Canadians. It won't change our approach if that's going to be the second question. We do have a legislative program that, I'm hoping by this point Albertans are starting to understand. And, if oil stayed elevated at the level it is today, they'd expect the tax could come off in fully July 1st.
In February, the province posted a $9 billion deficit. Horner says even with high oil prices boosting Alberta's revenue, it's important not to count your chickens before they're hatched. The federal gas tax holiday will begin Monday and will run until Labor Day. It's expected to save drivers about 10 cents a litre. You could soon see ads telling you to just vote no on upcoming referendum questions paid for by the Alberta Liberal Party. The provincial Liberals last held a seat in the legislature in 2019. Despite that long absence from the legislature, the party continues to operate. Political strategist Stephen Carter recently reached out to the Liberals. He wants to organize Albertans who oppose the changes suggested in the 9 referendum questions going to a vote this fall. Carter says partnering with the Liberals on his campaign maximizes the possible fundraising and advertising spend. Those rules are more permissive for political parties than they are for third-party advertisers.
This is something that we can do that will make fundraising easier, it will make communications easier, it gives us a broader reach, and we're going to take advantage of that.
Anybody that wants to work with us, we're more than happy to talk to so that we can deal with this referendum and make sure that it doesn't succeed.
Last week, the opposition NDP launched its own initiative to counter the referendum questions called for Alberta for Canada. The referendum questions touch on immigrations, opting out of federal programs, and more. A question on Alberta separation could also be added. The province has tabled a bill it says will speed up timelines for major projects in Alberta. Bill 30 would give regulators 120 days to approve or reject major energy, mining, and industrial projects. If the bill passes, the province says it would help Alberta's goal of doubling oil and gas production by 2035. Projects would still need to undergo environmental impact assessments and Indigenous consultations. The Energy and Minerals Minister says while the province will pick the projects to expedite, final approval remains with the regulators.
Alberta Energy Regulator is the regulator. We are politicians. They make the decisions and we support them with policy. So this is up to the AER. But what we can do is, you know, I was recently involved in a similar thing in Fort McMurray, and you know, somebody went away for a holiday for a month. What happens to that project and that application while that person's away on holidays? Well, I can tell you what happened to me. Nothing.
To qualify, projects would require a minimum capital investment of $250 million and must align with the province's priorities. The province is introducing a new cybercrime task force to address extortion and digital fraud. Financial exploitation has been a growing problem targeting families, seniors, and businesses. Fraudsters are often overseas, making them difficult to identify and stop. The province says the task force will be made up of experts in law, technology, and consumer protection working with members of government. They will work to make recommendations focusing on legislation and regulation. RCMP are showing off some of the merchandise that was recovered during a retail crime bust. Mounties in 8 Alberta communities participated in the 10-day blitz. Officers recovered more than $40,000 in stolen merchandise. Police say more than $26,000 worth was found during the search of one home in St. Albert. Mounties made 65 arrests and laid 48 criminal charges. Nearly half of the people arrested were either wanted on warrants or faced previous charges. From the landfill to the runway, young designers have turned discarded garments into fashion creations. The clothing exhibit at City Hall is showcasing the efforts of students trying to reduce textile waste. The city says from 2022 to 2024, Edmontonians threw out more than 39,000 tons of clothing and fabric. That's roughly the equivalent of 6,500 elephants. It's encouraging people to consider upcycling to reduce landfill waste. 13 students between the ages of 14 and 18 did their part by designing and creating outfits using clothing, fabric, and materials from local thrift stores.
They got education, they learned about textile waste and how it's a huge problem all over the world. They also got a little bit of creative work, so creativity is good for mental health. And then they also got to meet new friends.
So the amount of talent that the students have is absolutely mind-blowing. They are able to channel their creativity and come up with absolutely unique outfits that speaks to each and every personality that was in that program.
The creations and information boards on how to reduce textile waste are now on display at City Hall until Monday, April 27th. Let's head to Keswick now. Josh is checking out the Full House Lottery show home. Josh, how's it looking?
I mean, the house always looks spectacular. I mean, you can go online to purchase your tickets or to check out this beautiful house. But you have to do it quickly. If you don't have your tickets already, time is winding down. Midnight tomorrow is the final deadline. I have Lindsay Robertson with the Royal Alexandra Hospital Foundation. How are you, Lindsay?
I'm great. Thanks for having us today.
Oh, happy to be here. Love this house. This is one of 4 grand prizes. Let's talk about some of the prizing. There's cash every day. There's all kinds of great prizes.
There's so much to win. So if anyone hasn't looked, this amazing house, $2.45 million, also comes with some cash. We also have getaways. We have cars, you name it. And we even have a calendar now that gives away cash 365 days in the year.
And if you win one of those, doesn't mean your name's still
That's
back
right.
in for the big draw as well. So at midnight tomorrow is the final deadline. How important is this to you guys and what you do at the Royal Alex?
It's so important, you know, and I think if everyone could pause and just think, like, what if it was me? What if I was waiting? What if my mom was waiting? What if someone I love was waiting for care, for diagnosis, for information? This is one way that you can play a role in helping us shorten those wait times, help people get the care they need, make sure when we need the hospitals that we all rely on, that we're there. And you might just win an incredible prize while doing it.
Right. Life-changing prizes, but also life-saving care at the Royal Alex and the University Hospitals. Any final words to help push people to maybe get their tickets if they don't already have them?
Yeah, I think if they haven't got them yet, fullhouse.ca is the easiest way to do that. And you're supporting the University Hospital and the Royal Alex Hospitals. These are 2 of the largest hospitals in our province, if not the country. So please take some time, grab a ticket. Even if you already got one, grab another one.
Sure, exactly. Lindsay, thank you. Fullhouse.ca is where you need to go to grab your tickets. And again, midnight tomorrow is the final deadline. So if for some reason you don't have a ticket yet, head there now. All right, Lindsay didn't want to talk about the snow, but we're eventually going to talk about the snow. It's been showers off and on through the day today. We're still at 4 degrees. We got to 6 for a daytime high today, and it's going to be below 0 for most of the day tomorrow as that snow is coming down. Still rain in Green, but it looks like somewhere around midnight or late this evening, that'll start to flip over to some snow. Heaviest of the snow will stay north of the Edmonton area. There's a lot of spots that could see between 10 and 20 centimeters worth of snow by midday tomorrow. I think here in Edmonton, gusty, cool, and snowy. Snow's probably going to amount to somewhere between 2 or 3 centimeters, potentially as much as 6 or 7 centimeters of snow. So it's not a huge dump of snow that's coming our way. But it will cause problems on roadways, especially with blowing snow and fairly slick conditions. Take a closer look at that. Some of the snowfall totals from around the rest of the province later in the newscast.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, fan festivities, how you can celebrate what fans hope is a long Oilers playoff run.
This is probably the most spectacular fan experience in North America.
The CTV drone powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Coming up Wednesday, managing your money in tumultuous times. We explore ways to make smart choices to benefit your bottom line now and in the future. We'll see you at 6.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Playoff hockey is returning to Edmonton. Oilers fans around the city are starting to feel the buzz and are hoping their team has another shot at the Stanley Cup. CTV's Evan Kenny has more on the fans and the upcoming festivities.
Oilers fans are getting back in the playoff spirit.
I think we get these and we get the face paint going as well. So
do you think that's what pushes the team over the edge?
Yeah, 100%. You know, get the support.
Give enough support.
For the 7th straight season, the team will be heading to the postseason. It's still unclear where the Oilers will finish in the standings, with only 4 points separating the top seed in the Pacific Division from the last wildcard spot.
Wasn't so clear early in the year, but I think the matchups, they'll be in good shape this year.
I'm definitely optimistic. I think they're going to make a push.
I think the Oilers have impressed from where they were supposed to be, the way it was looking at the start of the year, and we have a lot of momentum moving into the playoffs.
With another year of Oilers playoffs comes another year of watch parties at Ice District.
Don't change what's working, and we know from everybody this is probably the most spectacular fan experience in North America.
More than 30,000 people can take in the games at Ice District Plaza, Fan Park, or inside Rogers for home and away games.
It's really just making sure we're as prepared as possible with as many offerings in each of the areas.
We don't know who the Oilers will be taking on in the first round of playoffs, but we do know there will be at least 2 games here at Rogers Place. Now, full round ticket packages are on sale now, while single game tickets go on sale Wednesday.
Expecting, as usual, huge demand.
You know, they've been through adversity this year, definitely more struggle than previous years, and that's what's going to give them the chance to go all the way this year.
The Oilers' final regular season game is Thursday. Their playoff journey could begin as early as Saturday. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Edmonton is hosting the Canadian Wheelchair Basketball League Finals this weekend. Athletes from across the country will compete at the Saville Centre. The tournament is growing this year with a 3rd division of players added. 2 players told Your Morning's Kent Morrison it's good to see the game growing. This is also the 50th anniversary of the Alberta Northern Lights Wheelchair Basketball Society.
I mean, we're one of the biggest and largest teams that stuck around for the longest period of time. We have a great impact in our communities, and I think a lot of athletes really enjoy the communities that they get to meet and the people they get to meet along the way. So wheelchair basketball has a big impact in Edmonton's community.
The Nationals begin Friday morning. Canada will also host the World Championships later this year. Nearly a dozen restaurants around the city will be raising money for HIV Edmonton tomorrow. Akahutla is one of 9 restaurants taking part in a Taste of Life. The event has been raising money for HIV Edmonton since 1999. Tomorrow, the participating restaurants will donate a portion of their sales to the organization.
Subsidize food hampers. We do a weekly hot meal that we welcome the community in, and so we'll be using those funds to support programming for our community members.
For a full list of the restaurants taking part, visit our website, ctvnewsedmonton.ca. Still to come tonight on CTV News, some of the items belonging to a late Canadian music icon make their way to Alberta.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Calgary's National Music Centre has obtained several items from the estate of the late Gordon Lightfoot. An anonymous donor bought the items at an auction on behalf of the National Music Centre. They include Lightfoot's electric guitar, 2 velvet jackets that he often wore in concert, his RPM Gold Leaf Male Vocalist of the Year Award for 1971, and a contract Lightfoot signed to perform at the Riverboat Coffee House in Toronto in 1966. Artists at the National Music Centre will have the opportunity to use Lightfoot's guitar. Lightfoot died in 2023 at the age of 84. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has revealed a diverse group of inductees for 2026.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Oasis is among the groups who will be recognized for music the hall says changed the industry. Other artists getting the nod this year include Sade, Billy Idol, hip-hop collective Wu-Tang Clan, Luther Vandross, and Iron Maiden. Phil Collins will be honored for his solo work after being inducted with Genesis in 2010. The official ceremony takes place November 14th in Los Angeles. All right, let's head back to Keswick now, where Josh has your full forecast from the Full House Lottery show home. Josh?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of good news off the top before we get into some of these estimated snowfall totals. Matt, let's take a look outside River Valley Skycam. It's brought to you by Action Furnace, fixed right or it's free. We were 10 degrees cooler today than we were yesterday. 16 yesterday, 6 for the high today. We're currently at 4 with some showers in the area. -2 tomorrow afternoon as temperatures will slip through the day. But look at that warming trend. Back into the mid to upper teens, it looks like, by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And once you get towards the end of this week, most of the rest of April looks average or above average, which is not something we've said a lot through the first half of this month. -3 in Fort McMurray right now. It's 4 degrees in Grand Prairie, 9 to the south in Red Deer. You get some showers there around Wetaskiwin, some heavier showers in the yellows and the oranges just off to the west of the Edmonton area. And you can see that pink zone just off to the north of Edmonton and north of Whitecourt, already seeing some snow developing in through those areas. Snowfall warnings for the areas in red. We'll talk more about that southern region in a moment. Hinton Grand Cache, though, you're looking at about 20 to 30 centimeters of snow by the time this tapers off midday Wednesday. So here's your timing on this. Showers through this evening. That'll change over to some snow late this evening or overnight tonight. And you can see most of that snow through the late evening and the overnight period is going to be north of the Edmonton area and north of Highway 16. It does look like it kind of breaks down a little bit as it approaches the Edmonton area and pushes through the morning hours. And so that's why we've got a fairly wide range, anywhere between 2 and 8 centimeters of snow. I think we might actually end up on the lower end of that. And there's a chance that by the time we get to mid-afternoon, that snow's already pushed off to the west, southwest of the city, and we're just cloudy for the latter stages of the day. There's your heavy snow across southern Alberta on Thursday. Could see 15 to 30 centimeters of snow from Calgary off to the south. So here's where the heaviest snow will be. There's sort of 3 pockets that we're watching, 10 to 15 potentially between Whitecourt, Westlock, about 10 to 20 in through parts of northeastern Alberta, especially just south of Cold Lake and north of Highway 16, and then that 20 to 30 in through the Hinton Grand Cache regions. Here in Edmonton, we're on the southern edge of this, so significantly less snow south of the city than there will be to the north. We will likely get at least some accumulation, though, here in Edmonton by, well, it might even be a centimeter or two by tomorrow morning when you wake up. Heavy snow pushes across southern Alberta Wednesday night and through the day Thursday. 0 tomorrow morning here in the city, but Fort McMurray at -12 in the morning, -2 for a high in the afternoon, -2 in Grand Prairie, 1 for Red Deer, and here in Edmonton, we'll see temperatures drop to about 0 by tomorrow morning and then fall even further, -2 tomorrow afternoon. Wind to be gusting to about 30 kilometers per hour. So once the snow's on the ground, it's going to be wet snow. Shouldn't blow around all that much, but while it's falling, you'll have some blowing snow to contend with. And highway travel, especially north of the Edmonton area, late tonight and early tomorrow, not going to be great. Your morning commute, not going to be ideal either. But that snow is going to melt fairly quickly with the warmer temperatures towards the end of the week. Again, final deadline in the Full House Lottery is midnight tomorrow. Get your tickets now at fullhouse.ca. Matt.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, miniature legislature, how a local man built this replica. Coming up on CTV News at 6, Alberta's Serious Incident Response Team is looking for witnesses after the death of a woman arrested by police in Edmonton. Also ahead, months after Ozempic lost patent protection in Canada, a generic version is still not available, keeping costs high. More on why Canada is taking its time with the approval process. And Air Canada is introducing new cabins it says will change passengers' travel experience. But how much are travelers willing to pay? Those stories and more tonight on CTV News at 6 with Nara Manisa. A man in Edmonton has recreated an iconic local landmark just on a much smaller scale. Esmond Warren built this replica of the Alberta legislature. Typically, he's made replicas using matchstick kits. Since no kit existed for the ledge, he paced and mapped out the building himself. He also had to cut most of the pieces himself from 2x4s. It took him 2 winters to complete. Warren says his passion for building started when he and his late granddaughter were gifted matchstick kits one Christmas.
And I finished mine, but Erica didn't get hers finished before she passed away with cystic fibrosis. So I finished hers for her. So we have that one here too. And so I think she'd be pretty proud of what we've done. And it's sort of in her name, finished it in her name.
Very nice.
Warren now hopes to find a place for his version of the Alberta legislature to go on display for the public. Can't wait to see what he builds next. That's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.